What's going on, Sumolings? Thank you for joining us for another product walkthrough webinar. Today we are joined by the team over at Apploye, and we have a freebie from them on AppSumo right now called TimeTrack. TimeTrack by Apploye is a tool that lets you track hours, generate invoices, and create payrolls both online and offline. It's super easy to use, and like I said, it is a freebie that you can get right now. So before we walk through the tool, I want to tell you just a few quick things. The first is that you can leave us any questions that you have in the Q&A box down below the video, and then we will circle back to those at the end of the walkthrough. The second thing is you could tell us a little bit about your use case and a little bit about your business over in the chat box on the right-hand side. And the third thing is that there will be a replay of this available. So if you need to step out, that is a-okay. All right. Thank you so much, Sheikh, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for the nice introduction. I'm really pumped to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to you to take us on a tour.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, did it freeze?
Yeah, so yeah, it's okay. So you want me to start now, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you. You can go ahead and take it from here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. And I'm really sorry for missing your point.
That's okay.
So I just made a nice presentation. So I will be sharing my screen. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen now.
Looks great.
All right, so okay, so let's start our webinar by saying what Apploye is. So our motto is we used to say that we are intelligent time tracking app for office, mobile, and remote teams. So generally, time tracking tools are limited to whether for outdoor teams or maybe office teams. So we have built the solution for all teams so that you don't need to be using something for your mobile teams and something for your remote teams. So like it's a full suite of time tracking solution for growing companies. So let's just sneak peek about our company. So about the mission of the company, Apploye's singular prime directive is Tripoli, that we say, is enhance employee excellency. Like when we do something like contents or build a product, we just ask ourselves whether this feature or whether this thing will enhance employee excellency in a company. If that is yes, we do it, and if that is not yes, we don't do it. So that's how we remain focused in our goal. We have 18 team members at this moment. Some are writing codes, some are writing contents, customer support, and some are cooking and cleaning the office. At this moment, Apploye has touched the life of 800 plus companies from 60 plus different countries in 6 continents. And also, we have raised a small seed round just like 1 year ago. And our first product launch was like 1 year ago, and we saw some like good success with it. And right now our product is already matured and used by many companies. So what is TimeTrack? TimeTrack is like, it's designed to take you hold of your time. So like a lot of time when you're running a company, the time are not mapped properly and not tracked properly. So what happens is that you don't understand, or you don't have any statistics that where your time is going, or maybe like that some project is taking too much of time and not giving some ROI, but you're not sure, or you don't have exact data. So for a company, the most valuable resource is time, because any company, if you see any company's profit loss statement, the highest amount of expense is payout to salaries to employees. So if you don't take hold of your time, then you are wasting, or maybe you're not very aware of the most valuable resource of your company. So that's how TimeTrack is born. So basically, TimeTrack is a transparency-based time tracking software. So it don't track your employee screenshot or things like that, but it still gives you a powerful feature so that you can pay your employees, you can track time, you can analyze this data, and like just it does all the basic features of a time track and gives you advanced reporting. So let's come to the points. No more missing the timesheets. Let them log time from anywhere. So sometimes we found that like employees are not logging their time because they were outside, or maybe they are in some working place where they don't have access to the device. So using TimeTrack, they can log the time with desktop app, web app, Chrome extension, and even they can like entry manual time. If someone forgets to log their time, they can later on entry manual times, and their boss or HR manager can actually like approve it or not. It's up to them. So we also have daily, weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly custom timesheets. So like different places in the world has different kind of payout schedules. So some places they pay like weekly basis, some places bi-weekly basis. So we got all this covered. All right, so this is our dashboard, which we say that your personal command center. So this dashboard is a combination of time track, remote track, and field track. So if you don't have other plans, you will see a fraction of it, but it will be mostly similar. So this is our dashboard. I think like it's pretty useful. If you are a boss of a company, when you're coming to this web dashboard, you can check on everything is going and get a general idea like how your company is like moving on. And this is a timesheet that your HR will love. So this is a monthly timesheet, but you can see you can have bi-weekly, weekly, and daily timesheet as well. All right. So work from anywhere. So we have this is our desktop application. So you will log your project and log your task, and then you will start your timer, and the times will be automatically tracked. And if you are an hourly employee, then you will be salaried by hourly, or if you're a full-time employee, then you can like adjust this timesheet as a clock in, clock out method. And also we have a mobile application from which you can track time from anywhere. All right, so we have lightweight project and task management. So Apploye itself is a time tracking software. It's not a project management software, but to facilitate time tracking and at the same time, like connecting integrations with other project management software, we have lightweight project management. So you can add projects and add tasks, and also like you can track these projects and tasks based on their hours. Okay, like managing payroll. So you can manage both hourly and one-time payroll. The benefit is that like for example, like you have 10 employees and 7 of them are your permanent employees, and maybe 3 of them are side gig people, like you hired them for 1 month or maybe hourly basis. So you can do both. Like for one-time payment is salaried employees. For hourly payment, if you have let's say like temporary employees, you can track those hourly payments and make this payroll. This will be automatic. And also employee scheduling, so help them organize their day. Smart shift scheduling. So what is shift scheduling? For example, like you have a technical support team, and there are 3 different shifts that you want to deploy. So like someone will work for 8 hours, and then another person will come and work. So in this kind of scenario, you can schedule the shift, which say as job scheduling. At the same time, you can also schedule people's to a particular project. So let's say someone is sick today and he has a schedule for customer support. You can reorganize or reshuffle his sheet with someone else. And yeah, like manage customer support, front door, outdoors, and shift employees like a pro. So the general use case for employee scheduling has, like, there are a lot of use cases, but mostly like any employees that works in shift hours, that could be call center, that could be outdoor employees, that could be restaurant worker, basically anyone that works in shift. And time report, transform time into your ally. So we have daily time log report, compare employees average work time within your organization or division. We have manual time entry report. So if someone is like entering time manually a lot, very often, then it's a sign that he is not either properly logging his time, or maybe he's missing his timesheet every day. So you can check it from here. And also payroll reporting, due amount, paid amount, and one-time payroll reports. So what this report will do is that it will give you a very quick summary. If you are a HR manager for 10 to 15 people, then maybe you will be able to check everything regularly. But if you are a CEO or a boss of a company that has like 50 plus employees, it's very difficult for you to check these things regularly. So what you can do is to like come to Apploye, you check the reports and get everything on a glance. And we have also supporting features like organizational management running two companies. So we have found many users, they run two different companies, or maybe some some co-founder that has that works in another side gigs. So you can entirely manage two companies. Our billings and employees and everything is like best is connected from organizational level. What it means is that all the billings happens in organization level. So if you have two companies, the invoice will be sent to two other different companies. You will not have your invoice or accounting messed up, because if you have two companies, you will have to deposit accounting, or maybe when you're depositing tax, you will have to make those invoices separately. So Apploye does all that. Like you can completely separate two companies. And member management, you can invite member, you can delete them, and like and also like you can also upgrade a member to a admin or a manager. So what it does is that, for example, like your company has 50 employees, and 3 different divisions: sales, marketing, and operations. So if you assign someone who is in marketing divisions as a marketing head, so what will happen is that he will be able to oversee everything within his division, but he will not be able to see things which is not within his division. So this is basically it. And also client information database. If you are an agency, basically you work for clients, you can like arrange those informations in client database. And we have some advanced settings and customizations that like pretty much every SaaS has. So yeah, so up to this, these are the features of Remote Track. There are a lot of other small features that we haven't touched yet. So these are the features of Remote Track. So Remote Track, like the web version of Remote Track, Field Track, and TimeTrack all are the same, but the desktop applications, those things are different. So our product, we have 3 different products just to like introduce our offerings. One is TimeTrack, another is Field Track, another is Remote Track. So TimeTrack is basically for any kind of companies. So you could be in office working, you could be remote. So it's basic time tracking. Field Track is especially for companies who are running outdoor and field operations. And Remote Track is for companies that has remote employees. So our offering in this AppSumo deal is only about TimeTrack, but like a lot of Sumo links has asked us to extend this offer to Remote Track and Field Track as well. So that's why we have 50% discount offer still ongoing for these 2 other features. But for TimeTrack, you will be getting 7 users for entire 1 year period. So I will be like touching 1 or 2 minutes on those features, and then I will show the live demo. So this is Remote Track. So boosting productivity through transparency. 64% employees in the US does non-work related stuff during office hours. So let's be transparent and do better. So like, don't take this topic like too seriously. This is take this with some grain of salt, because many people actually don't like employee monitoring and these kind of things. But what we strive to do is to build a transparent company. Like in Remote Track, there is all options for employees like they can erase a screenshot if they want to. They can log the time and stop the timer. There are some employee monitoring software like I wouldn't mention the name. They will be tracking you all the time, like whether you want or not. But what Apploye does is that it will only track you when you're working. Like when you say that like when you start that timer button, then you will only be tracked. So that's it. Basically, remote track is all the things in TimeTrack, but added is monitoring the employees and their productivity. And because like when you are working with the offshore team, for example, like you are in the US and you're working with some offshore team in the Asia, like if you're working for 5-6 hours, that's okay. But if you are working for, let's say, 3 months, so there is not that kind of trust built in already in that kind of situation. That time it is very useful to use this kind of tracker, because internet is full of stories that founders have lost their money. They have lost their life savings by like giving an offshore contract to a company and they didn't deliver. So yeah, basically like there are 4 million clients in Upwork, and all of them track the remote team like this way. So this is nothing new, but we try to add some extra features and special reportings to help our customers. So what are those features is that first of all, shows random computer screenshot. Seeing is believing, as they say. Like these are the screenshots of the employee taken randomly at 10 minutes. And also these are the designated activity level. So for example, like if you have a designer has to think a lot before like doing something. So his time will be lot low. And if you have a data entry specialist, then you will be expecting a higher kind of time, like a productivity level, because like all these productivity levels are being tracked from the like keyboard and mouse movement. So yeah, like if you are a boss, you really have to be understanding about that. It's up to you to like analyze these things and make a pattern that when an employee is productive and when it's not. Activity level, how active someone is in his computer. So basically, it shows all the employees and shows in a row that how employees are active in their computer. So URL usage tracking. Let's stop Facebooking in work hours. So like if you are a marketer, you will be using Facebook a lot. It's okay. Your CEO and boss will understand that. But if you are a, like, let's say, developer, so there is like it's not necessary for you to like go to Facebook every like one hour. It's even it's not harmful only for the company. It's even harmful for the person as well. So Apploye remote track tracks all those URLs, and it shows in a bar so that you can have a look on it. Also, apps usage tracking, like what kind of softwares the employees are working on. So let's say Richard uses Adobe all the time. So you will understand that he's on his design task. These are the screenshot of this feature. So let's say this employee is using Google Chrome and all the Slack and code editors. Advanced reporting. So let's be real, like I already said, you don't have time to see every screenshot of the employee. It's even not necessary. So like many CEO or boss actually check these things once in every month. But what happens is that like we have advanced reporting. You can just take 30 seconds in each day and get the pattern. And if there is an anomaly, like if every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, there is an anomaly in the pattern. Let's say like someone is not working like 3 days straight, then like you will have to understand that there is something happened with that employee. Maybe he is in a personal trauma, or maybe he is facing some kind of challenges. So you can talk with them and discuss. Maybe you can give him a leave, or maybe you can motivate that person. But you will have to know what's happening. If you don't know, you cannot act on it. So Apploye works as an eye for that. So measure activity levels and compare amongst employees. Apps and URL usage statistics. See the time wasting trend in your organization. All right, that's it. So, and now field track. Don't lose grip on your outdoor stuffs. So if you have any outdoor employee that is going for delivery, let's say going for technical support, uh, for some other tasks or outdoor, like let's say like sales and marketing or visiting a client, on that cases they can track the time on the go. So they will not like they don't need to come to your office and start their attendance. It doesn't make sense. So they can start the attendance right from their home, and they can start going to his clients and finish his day. But as a manager, what you can do is that you can see every activities, like where this person has gone, and to which clients he has talked to on a like GPS location monitoring system. It only tracks this employee like when he's working, when he's keeping his timer off. It doesn't track someone when he's in his bedroom. So it doesn't work like that. But the summary is that you can actually like if he is a remote employee, if he is an outdoor employee, you can track every aspect of him. So timesheet and time tracking for outdoor and mobile employees, know their real-time location and daily route maps, check whether they visited your client or not. Don't do guesswork. So if you have 5 clients and ask them to go to those 5 clients, sometimes what we found in our statistics with our user is that some of the field worker don't go to all the clients. Why? Because like maybe some of your client is rude and he don't like your field worker doesn't like him. So like it very often happen will that like out of 5 employees, he will just visit 3 or 4 and he will skip 1. But if you have employee enabled, then you can see that whether he has visited everything or not. So field track monitors staff's GPS location. You can track his location by this way. So these are the pricing, but pricing for AppSumo, Sumo links are different. So we mentioned the detailed pricing, pricing solution in AppSumo question answer section. If you are interested, you can go there and check it. And if you have any other questions, you can ask me. And also like we have a very strong support team, like 2 or 3 people always in the support. So if you have any question, you can also ask support. Especially like if you are onboarding to any of our plans, we have guided implementation service. That is that you will be helped every step of the way, even by a video call or a guided walkthrough.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for this thorough walkthrough. Simulings, if you have any questions and you want to leave those in the Q&A box down below, you can do that. But for right now, we talked a little bit before this about how TimeTrack is just a small part of Apploye. Can you tell us what Simulings, what discounts they might get or what they might also use Apploye for, etc.?
Okay, so we launched it as a freebie for 1 year because like a lot of small businesses are struggling. So we thought that like 1 year is a long time. They can manage their workforce by this way. And if you want to extend after 1 year, then you will be charged as 50% of our annual subscription. So annual subscription is already subsidized, and 50% of that is like a lot, like only $2 or $3 based on the plan you are choosing. Secondly, if someone wants to opt in remote track or or field track, they will also be subjected to 50% discount on annual plan. So let's say like we have for remote track, our competitors are like Hubstaff and TimeTrack. All those are priced as $12. If you are going for this deal, you will be getting this for $3 per month. So that's a lot, but as we said that we couldn't launch a lifetime deal of remote track because of few reasons, few problems that we have faced. So we made a detailed explanation in AppSumo question and answer session. Like a lot of Sumo links are liking that explanation as well. So if you want to know that, you can go there. Okay, so now I will be giving some like 2-3 minutes tour of the product. So this is our dashboard. We'll be improving this dashboard within this month. So our advanced dashboard is coming on. And then there is activity screenshots. So let's say I want to see the screenshot of Shafayet. So, all right. So Shafayat is our front-end developer. So you can see that like I am able to see his screenshots and everything. So like he has not been working in this time and maybe this time. So that's all right because like we are not using it as a spying tool, just as a pattern recognition tool that how employees are coping up and what percentage of the day they are actually active, because sometimes they take snacks break and forgets to stop the timer and things like that. Here is the apps uses. So the apps he has been using. It's a URL. So these are the websites he have been visiting. So yeah, and locations. So let's see locations. Locations. This is field track. This is a feature of field track. So he has been visiting very small, only a few steps because everyone is in lockdown. So I had to ask him to walk few blocks so that I can give this demo. All right. So this is timesheet. You can get a timesheet based on projects, or you can get a timesheet based on like whole company. So if someone is working in a project or division, you can adjust like how many hours he has put on that particular project. So, but let's say like I am giving it for all of the company. So, all right. So he has worked a lot. Like he has worked 11 hours today. If I go to his okay, here is a manual time entry. If for some reason he forgets to add time, he can actually add a manual time entry. But one thing is that he has to mention his reason why he is doing manual time entry. It's a compulsory feature, so his CEO or boss can understand that why he has missed that time and can adjust. So this is weekly timesheet. So how many hours this particular person has worked in a particular week. Then there is bi-weekly, monthly, and custom. So I will be showing just monthly. So, right. Okay, you can get these ideas, and these zeros are basically holidays. All right. So these are the projects and tasks. So these are the tasks that are completed. Some are running. Employee schedule, we don't have schedule set. So I already showed a schedule feature in here. Yeah, so this is schedule. Sorry that I don't have a schedule at this moment, or maybe I have, but I don't know which employee has a schedule. So this is already our like company account. So to be transparent, this is Apploye Incorporated, and this is our main account that we use every day, and we also use that for demo purpose. Let's say reporting. So this is the command center. If I'm able to show graph, then I easily can understand that like state of the company. So maybe someone is not like active today. I can understand that from here, like this. These are the reporting for every day. Manual time entry, then apps users, all the apps users pattern in the company. You can get some kind of statistics out of it. And then payroll reportings, paid amount reporting. Oops, he's a permanent employee, so don't have it. So one-time payments, we don't have data for it because we don't have side gig employees. Most of them are permanent. So this is the member dashboard. You can make a member admin or invite a member using this tab. You can manage multiple organizations from here. You can add clients from here, and and then settings. So let's give you another sneak peek of our website. Okay. Yeah, I think I have covered all the features. So what's coming? These are the everything that is within Apploye. What's coming is that we have some features that are in private beta, so including invoicing and project budgeting. But we have another very special thing coming is a Slack bot to manage HR. So it's not a Slack general kind of Slack integrations, because all of our competitors, they already have Slack integrations. But how will it work is that it will be a, let's say, it will be a interactive chat operations. So for example, you have logged into your Slack account and typed in, then your time will be automatically start being tracked, and you will say out, then your time tracking will stops, or maybe you can take a break like that way. At the same time, like if you want to leave, you can just ask the bot that you want to leave. Then this leave application will be automatically redirect to your HR manager. And if HR manager approves it, and then it will be redirect to your CEO. And if CEO approves it, then it will come back to you and they'll say that your leave is approved. At the same time, you can manage your schedule and things like that. So we are working on that bot, so that you can manage like most of these operations inside of Slack. Maybe we'll be coming up with Microsoft Teams and other chat operations later on, but currently we are working with Slack. So these are basically all the features that I can talk about at this moment. But if you have any questions, you can also discuss. You can also write in that comment box, and I will answer that. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and leave those in the Q&A box. I'm just going to follow up with a quick question that Simulings always have. Can you tell us a little bit about what's on the roadmap or what we have to look forward to?
Perhaps I already touched it, because we in our roadmap we have like one step that is private beta roadmaps. So just wait for a minute. Yeah, I think you can see this.
Yeah. Amazing.
Okay,
Amazing.
all right. So one is in the feature roadmap, like we will be bringing more integrations, and then we'll also bring attendance and clock in, clock out. So, and also like Slack board that I talked about, and also like we are looking for feedbacks. And we have some features that already built or in private beta. Some of them are like invoicing features. Like all these 5 features, you will be getting it within like 1.5 months or 2 months. So invoicing, advanced dashboard, project budgeting, Zapier integrations, ClickUp integrations, and Chrome extension. We've already built it. It's in private beta. So these are the features that we already have, and we'll be releasing within 1.5 months, tentatively. So it could be a little bit late, but we're trying our best. And within the roadmap that we already said, we are building Slack boards, attendance, and some other features. But what is most important for us at this moment is building a lot of integrations. Like we already have many features, like more features than our competitors. Some more features, like we are bringing recognitions and things like that. But what I want to touch is that for us as a company to grow, we really need to integrate a lot. So at this moment, we are totally, like at least for 1 year, we are focused on bringing more integrations. So that's our primary focus. We'll be giving integrations for Trello, Asana, and like most of the TimeTrack, most of the project management tools that people generally use. And we are already in, someone in Simulink, they told us that they want integrations with tools that are launched in AppSumo. So especially Nifty FM, PM maybe. So I am initiating contacts with the team. So if everything goes well, we'll also launch a integration with them. Yeah.
Amazing. And you answered the second question, which is about integrations, which is the other thing that Simulings always want to know. And that's all we have for questions right now. So I'm going to go ahead and come back on camera and close us out. Thank you so much for walking us through all of that. Thank you so much for taking the time with that presentation. All of this was very wonderful and informative. So Sumolings, if you have not already, you can go ahead and get your freebie right now on AppSumo. It's available in the store for just a limited time. So I don't know what you have to wait for. Let us know how it's going and leave us some comments on the deal page. And of course, if you have any more follow-up questions, he's already talked about support, but you can also go ahead and leave those on the deal page as well. Thank you so much, Sheikh, for joining us. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, it was nice conversation, and I really tried my best to provide all the details to Sumolings. So thanks again.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. And yeah, Sumolings, let us know how it's working for you. Have a good one.